Mark Selby didn't get much look in the first frame, but you know what his attitude always is. Just give me a chance whenever the position in the match.
Second frame, Mark Selby to break.
He's observed, though, because he'd been watching backstage how well Trump is playing so far, not just in the first frame here with his 80 break, but in a match one as well against Walden, which lasted just 30 minutes.
Maybe an opportunity here for Judd. This red to the left corner can take the cue ball around the back of the black and to safety. Oh, but just decelerated a fraction there. Very little pace in that shot. Suggests to me Judd is brimful of confidence, because I think he actually played for the blue and bolt colours there. Such is his confidence, and that's not easy to do when you're playing somebody like Mark Selby, one of the game's greatest players. Actually risk leaving the cue ball in the middle of the table there, and it could be costly now if he's missed the red. It's Mark's first decent opportunity to get a feel of the conditions, although been played in the previous group. Have a good idea of the way the tables are playing. Mark Selby's seen all this before, though, from Judd Trump. Won't perturb him in the slightest. Great performance in frame one by Judd. Selby more than capable of a reply.
Six.
Played for the black there. It's a choice of reds just above the black spot to play for into the left corner.
Selby
13.
himself, of course, is back in the winner's circle. He won the English Open shortly before Christmas, so he's feeling good in general. He said he hadn't played at all since winning that tournament a couple of weeks before Christmas, or in fact a week before,
14.
and then coming here yesterday, had a break in Dubai with the family. It had been quite a difficult year in many ways, and absolutely deserved to have a bit of time off. Still got to the semis despite all of that, and very nearly got to the final.
19.
He led
20.
Karen Wilson 2-1 in their semi-final. Karen Wilson finished off with back-to-back centuries. He'd already made one, so he actually had 3 in the match. So that's what was required to beat Selby. We now know he will play Hassan Vafai at the Masters. That's been confirmed today. With Shazing Tong's suspension, Vafai will make his debut against Selby on Sunday night.
28.
Thinking, I feel, from Mark Selby playing the pink to the left centre, because his plan now will be to roll this red to the left corner, leave himself fairly parallel on the black, to then stun into that little group of reds and the pink, knowing that that loose red just above the black is something he'll feel that he's almost guaranteed to be on.
34.
And with the pink there, it may not be the case anymore. Could consider
35.
rethinking this. He may well play for the loose red now that that pink doesn't respot. So purposely leave himself low on the red, so that in potting it, he can just flick a couple of reds into play.
$43.
I think he was pretty confident of being on the blue. Wasn't easy to get the right side of it, but shouldn't be a problem.
$48.
So he's got really all the pieces in play here to win this frame. That's the one way to stop Trump when he's in the mood he's in. Pot everything yourself. keep him in his seat.
$49.
Always had that slight bit of lateral head movement, Mark Selby, whilst queuing up on the shot. Something he's tried to eradicate but never has done.
Yes, it's not as pronounced, is it, as it used to be, but like you say, it is still
54.
there, still visible.
$55.
What he knows now, he didn't know yesterday, was that there's a high break prize, because there was a frame where he could have beaten, at the time it was 127, Matt Selt, and he was on 121 with the last black. He left the last black, sat down, and then it suddenly occurred to him, he asked the referee, is there a high break prize? And Rob Spencer said, yes there is. What is it? 128. Sorry, 127, so he could have beaten it.
62.
But in terms of this frame, he's not won it yet. That's gone wrong, and there's still 75 on.
Yeah, just needed one good positional shot there, and it wasn't easy from the position he had on the black. Just to mention, the highest break made
Mark
in any
Selby,
group carries a break
62.
prize of £500, so certainly worth to achieve the highest break in the group.
It was funny though, because when he found out he was that there was a prize and he could have potted the black to potentially win it, he said, what is the prize? 20 grand. Well, it's not quite that much, it's 500 quid, but worth having. In the end, it was beaten anyway.
Selby needs to be very careful here. Judd has just played the safety shot and brought the awkward red into play. 62 points lead that Selby has managed to accrue. Could soon disappear with a mistake. Still plenty left on for Judd. There are 75 remaining, so plenty of points to play with.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always about the points on the board, it's about where the balls are on the table. And Selby doesn't really have much or any security here. Huh. Trump knocks that one in.
Well, decision time now. He's 61 points behind. There are 67 that still remain. Doesn't necessarily have to take on a difficult pot here to continue the break. He's gone for the brown, and it's gone in. And we're playing for the red that's on the black spot. That would give Judd the opportunity to bring the black into play, because he wouldn't want to pot the black at the moment because it'd be tied up. Because the red near the black spot isn't quite occupying it.
6.
Well, the first red he potted was great, but there was an element of safety in it, of course. The brown was all or nothing. Superb pot to the middle, and what a chance now to steal this frame. Just underline how well he's playing here.
12.
Just doing some quick arithmetic here. Judd doesn't really need to worry about the black at all. 4 reds and 4 pinks suffice, and he could just try and trundle that black along the cushion as frame winning ball, should he get that far, of course. Just wondering now whether we do have a new favourite for this second frame. Rather be in Judd's position.
$13. 18. 19. 25. 26.
It just feels like it's going to come down to the last black, doesn't it? You expect Trump to get down to it from here.
Just landed fractionally awkwardly on this remaining red. He's going to be slightly hampered here by the pink. Jack the cue butt in the air, strike downwards. Just about
33.
managed to get the amount of backspin required. In fact, he's landed perfectly on the pink. 33, chance of a frame winning 66 here. Steal this frame. Key shot though will be playing
39.
from blue to pink, and Mark Selby there knows it. The blacks are near its cushion.
41.
Critical. Judd gets a correct angle on the pink to play for it.
$44.
Got to be said, when Selby's 62 in front against anyone, you fancy him to win the frame. But Trump got in with a great red, then potted a terrific brown as well. Said he'd stall out to try and win the frame.
53.
Oh, he's just that very nicely, but he'll probably have to play for the black into the same pocket as the pink, so it'll have an extra couple of inches to travel.
59.
Well, as we said, it always seemed likely to come down to this shot. This is to steal the frame and to lead Mark Selby 2-0. That's a terrific clearance from Judd